this week.
Yeah, right, yeah, just in
He
case.
said.
Yeah, here's the scripture verse, just put it on a bunch of, stick it on the gas pump, right? I mean, make a little card, stick it on the gas pump, give it to your UPS driver, anybody you can, just start putting it on the back of your envelope so that people see it. Whatever, when we get to that point, we're gonna have to do everything we can to make sure that people know. Because there are people that aren't yet Christians that we want to save from that as well, right? Because we hope that they'll become a believer. And as soon as they take it, they're done. It doesn't matter at that point.
I imagine at the time it's going to be a discussion. Like, it's not like if people are going to be
Right.
going to get this done and nobody's going to be saying anything. Like,
It's going to be trending. It's going to be a hashtag.
yeah,
Well,
it'll certainly be a discussion, or people will at least be speaking out. At
There
that
will
time.
be people, yeah.
And so it'll be up to people to listen at that point.
Yeah.
It's free.
And they'll be silenced.
Yeah,
right?
that I'm
Yeah.
sure that's going to happen as well.
So that's why I say it's going to be grassroots probably, but in India, for example, and how many of you have heard this? And this will tell you how widely spread this has been. How many of you have heard that young men and women who do not have an Aadhaar number are not being allowed to enroll in school? Have you heard that?
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So a few of you have, but not very many of you. So, if you don't have an Aadhaar number, you can't have a cell phone. If you don't have an Aadhaar number, you can't have a bank account. If you don't have an Aadhaar number, you can't go to college. And there are Christians in India saying, we are not going to take this because this is the system of the beast. And so they are having to choose whether they're going to stay in India, whether they're going to go someplace else, if they're going to live with family, they're giving up the ability to go to college, they're having to take lesser jobs and do things that they don't want to do because they can't get into school, and they're having to make those decisions because of their faith.
There are people in the United States that are not being allowed to go to the colleges they've been accepted to because they will not comply with the medical pharmaceutical.
Oh, sure, yeah, right, that's definitely, we've experienced that for sure, yeah. Well, I've got friends that have lost their jobs because they refuse to get vaccinated. They're like, no, I can't do it. That's just, I can't do it. And they stood their ground and they lost their job. And they're like, you know what, I would rather lose my job than go against my conviction. And they've made life changes and they're all doing fine. They've all started new jobs. And, it was scary at first for them because it was just this unknown. It's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do without a job, But they had faith and they just moved and did what they needed to do and off they went, right? Now, I'm not making an argument one way or the other. I'm just saying that there are people in our own environment that we probably all know that have lost jobs because of the vaccine situations that went through, or because they refuse to wear masks. Not even the vaccine. There are people that have lost their jobs because they refuse to wear masks because they have a conviction. They're like, I'm not going to wear a mask, and that was their personal conviction, right? We're seeing rumblings of this, right? There are pieces of this all over the place in various scenarios. It's just a matter of all the pieces coming together. It's all has to happen. It's like they're all over the place. It's just a matter of bringing it together. So, anybody else have questions or anything?
YouTube,
What's that?
Get off YouTube and go to BitChute.com and you will hear a lot more of the truth.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
That's where all of the stuff from India and China,
Yeah.
you can actually get their news.
BitChute, Rumble, I think is another one. Rumble is another one that uses. Yeah,
Yeah, BitChute is Christian.
see you, Dee Dee. Okay, next week we're gonna get together and have dinner, and then we're just gonna kind of have a talk. We're just gonna talk next week. So anybody online that wants to join us, we'll still have the Zoom call, and we'll bring you. You're gonna have to get your own food, obviously, but we'll put you on the TV screen up in the living room so that everybody can see you. And we're just gonna talk about the class, what we learned, things we walked away from. If we have any final questions, anything like that, it's just gonna be a time of fellowship and discussion. That's all. So, anyways, that's next week, and that'll be it. Then that'll be the last one.
I don't need to record
No
that. do
more
I?
Bible studies?
No, this is it. I am starting. Hey, just before everybody's done here, I will tell you, I am starting this class. We're starting the next section of this class on February 4th. It's going to be Saturday nights this next time through. So it's going to start February 4th. It's going to end on May, I think, 11th. If you take it all the way through, that's the weeks that it goes through. So it'll be right before Mother's Day, I think, or maybe the weekend of Mother's Day. So if you know anybody, please pass the word, invite people. I've said it before, I've exhausted everybody I know. I'm going to keep trying to ask people I know and see if people will come. But if you guys know people, everybody should know at least one or two people that would benefit from going through this class and getting ready for the Lord's return. So please invite people. We've got more space here. We can do 24 chairs here. the tables. I've got 8 tables and 24 chairs, so we can do that here, and we can always have people on Zoom. And if we have more people than that, I'll just find a bigger place. So,
Did you say it's gonna be on Saturdays?
Saturdays this next time. Yeah.
At what time?
Till it's
At 6:30. Saturdays at 6:30. 6:30 to 8:30 on Saturdays. Yep, and it'll be the same format. We'll do the same thing. For those of you that are here, we'll have some kind of vittles in the evening, some kind of fun food that we can chew on, and snacks and stuff, and then we'll still do Zoom. So, yeah, February 4th. So please invite people, give them my cell phone. Everybody's got my cell phone because I think I've texted everybody. If you don't have my cell phone number, get it from me. I don't think I have your text number. Get my text from your friends or whoever. Send my phone number out to people, invite them. The goal would be that I know though who's coming. As you invite people and get people to commit, then make certain that you text me and let me know that they're coming so that I can keep a roster and I know how many people I've got showing up. So, anybody else have thoughts or questions or anything tonight?
I just want to say that, we missed a couple weeks. And so we watched online and caught up, but it's not the
Yeah, just what?
well, here I am having a moment. It's not the same as being here.
It's not. No, I agree.
It's not the same as being here because of the love that we have shared in our lives and because the Spirit of the Lord is here.
Yeah, I agree.
Amen.
But
Yeah.
I want to mutter through this and say thank you. I love you.
I love you too, guys. It's definitely my
Yeah,
pleasure for
thank
sure.
you so much, Buck. Thank you, everybody, for all the love you shared and prayers for me and my family. I am definitely coming back to start this from the beginning.
Well, we've got a couple of people that have been through this twice now. Peter and Haley have been through this twice now, and Tammy's been through this twice now. So there are a couple of veterans on the call today.
Thank you.
And
Enjoyable.
You survived, Tammy, twice now. It's a little bit different class this time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're done.
All right. God bless you guys. Love y'all.